Here come the dogs. All right. I love you, little Bubba, little buddy. I was just kind of like thinking back in my life, like stories that or experiences. I got back in the day. I played Little League baseball from the time that I was like in first grade to T-ball to we called Little League. Basically baseball teams, and the coach's son always made the fucking all-star team. Speaking about Brian Mulvey, but Brian was actually a pretty good baseball player. He was above average for sure. So I was always the kid on the team that, say we had yellow jerseys. Well, none of the shirts would fit me because I had a little bit of a fucking weight problem. No, I was just always a big kid, From my first Little League team, I had a purple shirt. Well, I already had a purple jersey with the team's name on it. I think 1 year a shirt fit me. They make these little tight-ass 1970, real thick fucking, like jerseys. So they just don't fit, anybody. I was probably 200 pounds in 8th grade, 9th grade at the most, And so, anyways, we're playing baseball. I don't know a lot of people the way my town was. There were like some of the preppy rich kids, and then there were just the regular kids like myself, and I couldn't have been more than 9th grade, so I get up to bat. We're in a game playing baseball at the official Rayleigh Field on Lincoln Avenue in Lockport, New York. And the umpire is a kid that's like a grade or two above me. His name is like Greg Marshall. And, he's the umpire, so okay. So while we're batting, I've never met the dude. Apparently I go to high school with him. I don't really know him like that. I guess he's in our high school. He could have went to another high school for all I knew. So I start my up to bat. First pitch is like a wild, like bullshit pitch that's obviously a ball, and he calls a strike. And I'm like, okay, whatever, didn't say anything, Next pitch, I fouled off. I remember this perfectly, Pitch after that was a ball, but he called it a strike. I said, bro, I literally just turned around and I said, how can you call that a strike? And I said, really, you're going to call a strike on me like that? I go, come on, man. And, like, not even, like, antagonistically, but in good fun. And he said something like, shut up, you fat fuck, or something. I said, what? And so I'm, like, standing right next to him, and I'm, like, probably about 70 pounds bigger than him. And I just remember looking at him going, all right, man. So he did the same thing after the game, or during the next at-bat. So he was calling all kinds of fucking favors in for the other team. This is a little baseball game, you know what I mean? This ain't fucking the Yankees and the Subway Series, you know what I mean? The kid on my team, I forget his name, I really do, but he overheard him say something, like when I was jogging up I was coming around third into home base, and like, he took his mask off, the umpire mask, and said another bunch of bullshit to me. And I just couldn't even believe the shit he was saying, and I didn't even say anything like fuck you or anything, because my mom was there, and but after the game, the coach's son was like, yo, we're going into the dugout and beating. We're gonna follow him to the snack bar where they change afterwards. And it's pretty much always been this way in Lockport, New York. It's all the preppy little rich kids. You know what I mean? It's a monopoly. We're kind of like, we might as well just be white trash, But we follow him in the dugout. I think I pushed him. Richard bitch smacked him. They tried calling the cops. We are in the Union Sun and Journal paper for beating up the umpire. We have to go to a hearing, right? They don't want to hear anything about the fucking thing. But a guy came in there and like grabbed me kind of like in an aggressive way, and his son was a little dork. So my dad took us to the meeting, which was a bad idea. We should have never went. And my dad gets into it with the dude like at the fucking thing and grabbed the dude by his collar and said, "You ever put your fucking hands on my son?" Da, da, da. You know, my dad was the type of dude that I remember one time when I was washing dishes, like my first job, the woman wouldn't give me my check. I'm like 14. This was at the like Plaza restaurant on Transit Road in Lockport, New York. The guy, the dishwasher or cook came out and it was like, "Sir," he's probably like, I don't know, I'm 14, that kid's probably 20. And he's like, "Sir, you know," my dad's like, "Yo," not yo, but my dad's like, "Yeah, write him the check or give him the cash or whatever you're gonna do. I've been out in my car for 45 minutes. You owe him $40. Quit fucking around and let's get the money and let's go." So the woman's like, "Oh, okay." And the guy comes out like, "Sir, you know, there's not the da-da." And my dad goes, looks at him and pulls the dude's hat down over his head and like pushes him like through the double doors into a bunch of dishes. So here come the cops. My dad gets arrested. And yeah, I got banned from Little League. I don't know, I've just always been the kid that couldn't fit into the uniform. Not the greatest story because I'm riding and I'm not trying to embellish it too much, but that's what happened.